She was best known as being Paris Hilton's sidekick, but in reality, I think that girl was on a mission.
She got a taste of that drug. She wanted that power.
You know that you can make $1 million in one day. What does it look like?
Let's talk about what just happened between Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, because this situation is not your usual celebrity drama. This is not about petty arguments, old photos, or shady social media posts. This story goes much deeper, and that's why so many people are paying attention. Paris Hilton has finally spoken out, while Kim Kardashian has chosen to stay completely silent. And once you hear what is being claimed, it becomes clear why this silence is raising eyebrows. Here's how everything started. Recently, new documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein were released. These files included names, travel records, dates, and private details that many people hoped would never see the light of day.
Incredibly rich, incredibly famous, but this tape is rearing its head again. Yes, and it has now caused more legal strife between herself and her state partner, Ray J.
As soon as the documents surfaced online, people rushed to search through them. They wanted to know which famous names were connected to Epstein and how deep those connections went. When Paris Hilton's name appeared, everything changed. Most people in that situation would disappear from public view. They would call lawyers, release a short statement, and wait for the attention to fade. But Paris allegedly chose a very different path. Instead of hiding, she started talking. And according to reports, the first person she pointed to was Kim Kardashian. Before going any further, it's important to understand the history between Paris and Kim. These two were not casual friends. They were not just people who crossed paths at a party once or twice.
Elaine said, "Oh my God, who's that?" And my friend said, "Yeah, she's called Paris Hilton." And Ghislaine said, "Oh, God, she'd be perfect for Jeffrey. Could you introduce us?"
In the early 2000s, they were almost inseparable. Kim worked as Paris's stylist and assistant. She was always nearby, often standing quietly in the background of photos. Wherever Paris went, Kim was usually there too. They attended the same parties, showed up at the same events, and moved through the same wealthy and powerful social circles. Paris was already famous, born into a well-known family, and surrounded by elite connections. Kim was younger and still trying to find her place in that world. At the time, she was learning, watching, and observing everything closely. So when Paris allegedly claimed that Kim was with her at Epstein-related gatherings, people started paying attention. The logic seemed simple to many observers. If Paris was there and Kim was almost always by her side, then it wouldn't be surprising if Kim was present too. This is where the story becomes complicated and uncomfortable.
Very often there'd be this beautiful dark-haired girl in the background trying to get in the shot.
Was that Kim Kardashian? Yeah, she was Paris's friend, her stylist, and her assistant, and they were often seen together.
Anytime, there was cameras needed, Paris would basically tell Kim Kardashian to text.
In reality, I think that girl was...
Now the public is left asking a question no one really wants to answer. Who is telling the truth? Is Paris trying to shift blame away from herself? Or is Kim staying silent because speaking up would only make things worse? Silence can sometimes be a smart move, especially when denying something might bring more attention. This story doesn't just involve Paris as an individual, it also includes her family. For years, rumors have circulated about her father, Rick Hilton, and his possible ties to Epstein. These whispers were not new. Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most well-known accusers, had mentioned Rick Hilton by name in her statements. She claimed she was forced into encounters involving powerful men, including him and Prince Andrew.
This federal RICO though, KK Chris? Ooh, the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Chris.
Rick Hilton was known in elite circles as someone who valued access and connections. So when his name resurfaced in connection with Epstein, many people were not shocked. What shocked them was how deep the alleged ties appeared to go, and how many members of the Hilton family were pulled into the conversation. Despite all this, Paris became the main face of the scandal. Not her father, not anyone else, just her. She was the one receiving the harshest criticism and online attacks. According to insiders, this is what pushed her to speak out. Instead of quietly accepting the blame, she allegedly started pointing fingers, especially at Kim. People began connecting the dots. Both Paris and Kim were raised around wealth and influence. Both were young when they allegedly entered these environments. Both were present in the same circles during the same period. So why was Paris the only one being publicly destroyed? Things reportedly grew even darker when claims surfaced that the leaked files included videos, not just names and dates. Some of these clips allegedly showed Paris at parties, along with other individuals believed to be victims. A few of those people have reportedly started speaking again, demanding justice and calling for the release of full, unedited documents. Instead of the focus staying on the victims and what they endured, most of the public anger stayed directed at Paris. She became the main target. Insiders say this emotional pressure pushed her to her breaking point. Imagine watching your reputation fall apart online while someone else, who was allegedly involved in the same situations, faces almost no criticism. Paris may have felt abandoned and betrayed. According to reports, she decided she was done protecting anyone else. Paris claims Kim entered this world through her. As her stylist, Kim had close access. She was always nearby, learning how elite circles worked. Paris alleges that Kim used this closeness to move closer to powerful figures, including Epstein. If this is true, Kim saw a lifestyle she wanted and took steps to enter it. An insider from a documentary about Epstein claimed that Ghislaine Maxwell recruited Paris when she was just 19 years old. Paris has denied ever knowing Maxwell. However, photos have surfaced showing them together at events. These images are difficult to dismiss, raising questions about memory, denial, or deliberate distancing. During that time, Paris was allegedly surrounded by people later identified as recruiters and facilitators. One name often mentioned is photographer Rachel Chandler. Insiders claim Paris may have been intoxicated or drugged at several gatherings. If that's true, it raises serious questions about consent and control. While Paris may have been manipulated, Kim was watching closely. Kim started as an assistant, but she wanted more. She studied the environment, followed Paris everywhere, and slowly built her own connections. According to allegations, she succeeded. Then there's the issue of the infamous tapes. Paris has long said her tape was released without true consent and during a vulnerable time. She claims she had little memory of it. Later, Kim's tape surfaced. Insiders allege it was carefully planned by Kim and her mother, Kris. They claim contracts were signed, scenes were filmed multiple times, and the final release was chosen deliberately. If that is true, critics argue it shows a willingness to use controversy for fame, and that leads to an uncomfortable question. If Kim was willing to do that, would she really turn down powerful invitations? Ray J responded by filing his own case, calling Kim's actions a publicity move. He raised questions about contracts, NDAs, and control. Some began wondering if Epstein-related connections were hidden within those agreements. Rumors have also tied Kim to other investigations, including those involving Diddy. Claims suggest files were destroyed and accounts closed to remove traces of association. Even the Kardashian church has been mentioned in speculation, though nothing has been confirmed. Through it all, Paris is seen by some as the biggest threat Kim has ever faced. Paris has lived in these circles her whole life. She knows how things work, and if she has proof, it could change everything. Kim continues to distance herself, but her name keeps resurfacing. Paris is rumored to be cooperating with investigators, sharing what she knows, and Kim has become noticeably quieter, waiting to see what comes next. In the end, this situation cannot be fixed with good branding or legal threats. If even one solid piece of evidence comes out, everything changes. The fallout from Epstein is not something money or influence can erase. Before you go, drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, subscribe for updates, and stay tuned because this story is far from over and more details are coming soon.